Another day of damaging disclosures for Hillary. The State Department's email dump before a long holiday weekend as we learned the Clinton Foundation raked in $26 million in previously undisclosed payments. Sorry, investors, 2015 not off the table. Fed Chair Janet Yellen says that economic headwinds are waning as she is laying the groundwork for an interest rate hike that could be coming later this year. The Oracle's prediction as the fight for $15 spreads across the U.S. Hear what Warren Buffett says is smarter than raising the minimum wage. And gearing up for Memorial Day weekend, whether you are hitting the road, the skies, or the grill, well, you need to know. Because even when they say it's not, it is always about money. And we are awaiting Hillary Clinton. You're looking at live pictures right now. Any moment, the presidential candidate is going to begin meeting with campaign supporters out in New Hampshire. Now, this appearance comes less than 2 hours after the State Department released nearly 300 emails from a private server. Let's bring in our panel today to discuss those emails. Brad Blakeman, a former deputy assistant to President George W. Bush, China Ocasio, a Democratic strategist and journalist, along with Jillian Melcher from the National Review. Jillian, I do want to start with you because these emails are already kind of showing, frankly, a pattern of, how do I say this, trying to kind of deflect questions over Benghazi in those congressional hearings. And
Absolutely.
Those in the cyber community and in the administration working with Cheryl Mills in particular in some of these emails to make sure that the truth is kind of protected, if you will. What do you think of these emails?
Well, I'm actually very curious about what's not been released yet. But with these emails, I think it's showing that, there was discussion around whether there was a terrorist group involved in the Libya thing earlier than we may have thought. And, it's just pretty shocking that all of this is coming out now. These emails have been under demand for so long, and it's good that they're finally getting out.
Brad, you were in the administration under George W. Bush. I mean, is this kind of business as usual where you have someone that's speaking to Cheryl Mills that's from the cyber terrorism community, the cyber community, saying, don't worry about it, or excuse me, counterterrorism community, trying to kind of work with Mrs. Clinton and with her advisors to make sure that she looks good? Is that crossing a line in Washington, or is that the way it works?
Look, it's crossing a line. When I was a member of President George W. Bush's senior staff, it was made clear to us we were to use our government email. And we were not supposed to, nor was it tolerated for us, and exposed us to liability if we used a personal email. That is to say, all our emails then would be subject to scrutiny. So we were told, matter-of-factly, not only by the council, but the security folks at the White House, we were to use a government email. And if somebody from outside government, a friend, were to email you on your government server, that would be captured. So whatever they said to you, whatever you said to them, was part of the government's record. Unlike Hillary, who made a conscious decision, and that's why this is self-inflicted, when she decided to use a personal server and a personal account for official business.
Yeah, I do want to let our viewers know we're looking at a live picture, obviously, we're waiting for Hillary Clinton, the presidential candidate. Of course, she is going to be addressing her supporters there in New Hampshire. I also want to let everybody know that at some point we are going to be seeing a briefing from Marie Harf at the State Department. Certainly, journalists at the State Department are going to be asking Marie Harf about these emails. We're going to be monitoring those comments from her. China, same question to you, though, China. Is this business as usual? Did Hillary cross the line in these emails, and what was being put in these emails that was not on her official server?
I think what we're glossing over is the fact that there's nothing that deserves any sort of repudiation that has been revealed in any of these emails. I believe very strongly that because of Hillary Clinton's role, she is overanalyzed, over-criticized, over-searched, over-scrutinized over every detail.
But isn't that kind of the problem, though? I mean, isn't it kind of the problem that she has control of these servers? She chooses what emails are going to be released. And therefore, it's not really that shocking that the emails that are being released first aren't that damning?
I think it would have been a problem if she had not released the emails. I think that she's making a very clear and concerted effort to be transparent in her dealings. If she, for example, withheld the emails, then it would be a bigger deal. She
did withhold the emails.
She has withheld the emails.
She did withhold the emails. That was the whole point of having a personal server in her home. It doesn't matter.
And now that she's released them, what have you found?
Give China the last word. Go ahead, China.
Now that she's released them, what have you found? Absolutely nothing. There's nothing to cry home
only got
about.
300.
She's released the email. She's been transparent.
China, to be fair,
there's no
being
headline
transparent
there.
is an incredible thing to call
guys,
Hillary Clinton.
China, just to be fair, though, I will say that we've only begun to scratch the surface of the amount of the emails, and obviously there's still questions about the foundation.